In the year 1973, not a single curbside recycling program existed in the United States. Today, there are more than 8,000 in operation throughout the entire country. The United States currently recycles one-third of its municipal waste. Do you know why this is such an important program to be involved in? Hi, my name is Jason McKenna, and today I will be talking to you about how and why recycling is significant in everyone's lives. Let's start with the problems that stem from not recycling, and why it is believed that people choose not to do it. According to peachygreen.com, there are 5 main reasons why people decide not to recycle. The first 2 reasons are that recycling is too inconvenient and confusing. People believe recycling is inconvenient because there are not enough recycling bins available for a person to toss their soda cans or bottles into. It is also confusing because they have to separate the plastics from the paper and also be sure that the item is in fact recyclable. This can take up a lot of someone's time and also have the potential to confuse them about something that they don't particularly care about. Another 2 reasons people choose not to recycle are because they lack the space to store the recycling bins and they are just not motivated to do it. Many people feel that recycling will take up too much room in their household to store all the different recyclables. People lose motivation to recycle because they do not understand the importance and how exactly recycling will help them in the future. The last reason for not recycling is that some people do not like a certain recycling company or people who work at the recycling company. There are many solutions to these problems if more people would choose to take part in recycling programs. A lot of people complain about the problems with recycling, yet never try to figure out solutions to the problem. The problems of recycling being inconvenient and confusing can easily be solved by talking to town officials or neighbors about getting trash barrels that are specifically for recycling. Recycling can also be less confusing by having separate barrels for the different kinds of recycling, such as one for paper and another for plastic. People also say that they lack the space for recycling bins in their house. But recycling bins can easily be stored either outside or in the garage, where people tend to keep things that they don't necessarily need. By getting rid of those things that are not needed, people can make space for recycling bins. People who have problems with recycling companies should either find a new recycling company to go through or should realize that the benefits of recycling far outweigh the annoyance that comes from the recycling company. Have you ever thought about your children or grandchildren and how not recycling could potentially affect them? If the world does not recycle, it could affect global warming or the environment, as well as contribute to pollution in the air. NRDC.org states that continuing to increase our recycling rates will help to pull us out of the garbage heap and reduce global warming emissions. Buzzle.com also states that the process for recycling protects the environment. For instance, we know that paper is manufactured from trees. As the demand for paper increases, a number of trees are being cut down in order to produce it. By recycling our paper, we can help to prevent the destruction of forests. Recycling can also help reduce the amount of greenhouse gas emissions, thereby helping to mitigate global warming effects. In a study that involved recycling 35,011 tons of material, it was found that the reduction in green gas emissions was equivalent to taking 22,140 cars off the road. This information was also found at Buzzle.com. Now that we have discussed the concept of recycling, I'll remind you why it is important. Not only will recycling better your own future, but it will also be beneficial to the children living years from now, like your children and grandchildren. Recycling is very important because it helps to make the world a much better place for everyone. However, recycling will not be as effective as it can be if you do not begin to take part in it now. The best way for you to take part in recycling is by not only recycling, but also by getting people that you are close to, such as coworkers, family, and friends, to start recycling, as well as so that we can all start to make this world free of harmful landfills. Thank you.